Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here. It's Smirking Gun Reviews, back to talk more about the Handmaid's Tale Season 3 finally. We're on episode, 8 now? It's called Unfit. So, full spoilers if you haven't seen this episode. No, I know I'm like a week late, literally, because the new episode's coming out in like 45 minutes. And I was going to do like a two-part thing, like one big video, but I've already made one long video tonight, so I wanted to just knock this one out. So, first off, apologize to everybody that does not know yet that I took a break from making most of my content for almost 2 weeks. I needed to take a little mental health break, and one of the reasons was because I was obsessed. There's a lot of reasons, but I've been obsessed with the numbers on Handmaid's Tale, and you guys are great. You guys that subscribed and share and all that stuff is great. I've got a competitive streak a mile long, and when I see other people getting like 20,000 views, it made me feel like shit. It made me feel like I was doing something wrong. And it just compiled on other stuff, and so I was dreading making the next reviews. But that's just a part of it. But I'm back. I mean, although the further this show goes along, the less equipped I feel to like even talk about it. I only go by like my own gut feeling, and it's like I've never had any interest in having kids. I've never had any interest in like traditional marriage, that kind of thing, and I definitely don't live like a traditional lifestyle. So this show has become more and more difficult to talk about. Now that I've pretty much given up that June 11th got out of there, I'm kind of just like, I'm kind of watching the car wreck. I don't mean that the show's a car wreck, but I just mean I have any notions of where the show's going to go anymore. And I think I said that a couple episodes ago. Because at this point it's just like, okay, how much worse can it get? Because it just keeps getting worse. And this, I thought at the very least I would maybe feel something more akin to compassion for Aunt Lydia somehow. I thought that maybe they would give us something like that. But what I ended up coming up away from this episode is just, really just hating Aunt Lydia even more, as if that's even possible, right? It's just, holy fuck. And then I kind of see June as more of a villain, in a way, as far as like the group, the sisterhood of the handmaids. Kind of just saying fuck it. Which, I guess, like, when she says that she understands the girl that blew the place up, where her head was at, and where Emily's head was at when she stabbed Aunt Lydia. But I don't know. We're purposely seeing that dark side. They talk about it a lot. She talks about how she enjoyed it. And so you're seeing this just kind of, the Mackenzies are gone. Hannah is further out of her reach. And now with like what happens later with like what Aunt Lydia is trying to do with the Lawrences, it's like, fuck, at this point, like, why wouldn't she just strap on a bomb? I'm kidding, of course, but I was told that I was going to be like ranting. I was going to want to rant at this episode, but really it just kind of makes me sad, because I actually feel bad for ofMatthew now. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm also pissed at her, but what happens by the end of this, where she just loses it, and snaps and starts hitting poor old One Eye. And again, look, gun to my head, I could probably remember her name as, what is it, Jane? I don't know. But she just, the fucking Handmaid's Tale punching bag, I don't know if she's alive either. She got whooped on by that can of, what was that, lobster meat? And she fucking killed the guard. So, hey, If you're gonna go, at least take some of them out, right? But the whole thing of like why she like, I guess, was she upset that she saw June talking to Aunt Lydia again, or was it just everything? Because she just like she was staring daggers over there and crying when she snapped. And then she points the gun at June, and then she points it at Aunt Lydia. And then she was going to kill her, but of course... Because honestly, that would have been... I was ready for it. And I don't mean like... I felt like her story was kind of over to me. When we talk about it in a minute. But I guess not. So we get to see more of Aunt Lydia's... I thought we got a little of her backstory, but it's 3 seasons deep and I watched a lot of shows, so... We basically get to see that she's just always... She's a petty fucking vindictive cunt. Pardon my French. I'm not putting the swearing warnings in front of these anymore. But Ann Dowd, I mean, fucking A, man. How she just keeps getting better. And it's just unbelievable. Because she's so fucking deluded. And you kind of go, okay, she's being nice, you know, to this girl and her son. Even though she's talking shit behind her back the whole fucking time. I found it a little unbelievable that a parent would take their kid, a parent like the girl of this child, going over to Aunt Lydia's, especially when Aunt Lydia's coming on really strong as holier than thou. I found it really kind of hard to believe that she would even go there. She struck me as someone who would tell Aunt Lydia to go fuck herself and to mind her business, like right from the get-go. But plot, so she goes over there to have dinner with her, and they become friends, and they become like really close, and it's really nice. And you think, oh, we're gonna see something happen, and she's gonna love these two, and something tragic's gonna happen that's gonna make her the way she is, more of the way she is, because she is all about the kids, and that's great. But underneath that nice, there's the real Lydia. And so for Christmas, the girl gives her, you know, a little present, and she goes out on a date with the principal, I'm assuming, something along those lines. I don't know if they made that clear, but they go out on a date, and they're cute together, and you can tell that there's chemistry, and they sing, and they do the usual, no, not me, no, I couldn't possibly sing, I don't sing. And I did also like that they let them sing like people, and not all of a sudden like, you know, fucking trained Juilliard singers, you know, like everybody all of a sudden has the perfect singing voice. Thank you for making at least that real. That annoys the fuck out of me. All of a sudden everybody's just all of a sudden able to belt out tunes like, well, you know, just, oh no, I couldn't possibly, hey! So they have a great night. They go back to her place. It gets hot and heated. You think something's going to happen, but he pulls back, right? That's all I saw was he stopped her because he said that he wasn't ready. It's too soon after his wife's death. And then she just, okay, you guys tell me, okay, and don't be pissy about it in the comment section because I'm getting tired of that a little bit. Whenever I ask a simple question, I get like these shitty comments. But that's YouTube, right? So I just want to know, like, did I miss something in this exchange? Because it just seemed like he really just pushed back and said, you know, like, hey, I'm not ready yet. And she just loses it. And I mean, like, fucking William Shatner losing it. Just smashing the mirror. I don't know what. I just mean overacting a little bit. Smashing the mirror, crying, and then the next day calling child services on the girl. Basically blaming her for making her think that she could, you know, find somebody because she had one failed date. She ruins this girl's life. That was the other part. Again, the understatement of the mother of just, like, I'd have charged in there, I'd have grabbed Aunt Lydia by the fucking head, slammed her fucking head into the locker about 1,000,000 fucking goddamn times, and then we could talk about me being unfit. But instead, it's very calm to me. Yeah, she calls her a fucking bitch, but I mean, somebody takes away your kid, right? I'm trying to put myself in someone else's position. But I mean, I have nieces and nephews, and if anybody did anything to them that would put them in what I would conceive as harm's way, your ass is grass. So I don't know, man. And then the principal didn't pull the cop aside and say, listen, because it's clear what's happening here. And I know he knows it. And don't say that the subtext is there, all right? He knows. He looks at her that certain way. I'm like, come on. So why didn't he pull him aside and say, listen, there's history here. Okay? They've been close. He would know that. So for her to suddenly do this, So I call kind of bullshit on that. The story needed it to happen, so they forced it to happen. And I just feel like that guy in our society, right? Okay, maybe it's a few years in the past of this alternate future or, alternate world, but the professional in him would have to say, like, look, I think there's more to it here. You need to hear the whole story. And maybe they do that off screen somewhere. We can assume maybe that there's more to this later. But as of right now, I kind of call bullshit on the whole thing. I really had hoped that they were going to come out of this with a little bit more compassion to Aunt Lydia. Not that I'm looking for it, but I was kind of expecting it. But nope, she's still just a fucking hose beast. And now of Matthew is dead. She wants of Joseph, June, out of the Lawrences. She's making moves. Like I said, she's in past reviews. She's the wild card. She's the one that's like going to be pulling strings, and she sees what June, is up to. That the things that happen around her. And so, I don't know. It was a really great, well shot too. This whole thing. I love the snow and the white with the blood and everything. It's really, really cool. I liked, again, more of Lawrence's, like, he's practically bipolar with June, like, where he's like, don't talk to me, don't ask me again about, like, Hannah and them, and then in the next, go to your room, and then in the next breath, you're really good for my wife. It's so up and down with his character as well. And I guess people, we've talked about plot armor before. Again, she just gets to say whatever she wants. The story needs her to be the one who can basically do whatever. I know that other people have disagreed with me on this part because, oh, she's a proven birther. Well, shit, man. I don't know what to tell you, but they're killing a lot of handmaids. And we don't know that those other handmaids that were getting hung weren't, hadn't had kids. I don't know. But I still say she's overplayed her hand, but it sounds like from the next episode that things go badly for June quickly. So I guess that's where we'll end it. I really don't have that much else to say because it has been a long day, and I would like to watch the next episode and maybe review it tonight. Maybe at the latest it'll be out tomorrow sometime. So again, if I'm a little less, if I seem a little less interested, I don't feel like I'm a little less interested, but I am tired. So I apologize for the lateness of this review, or this recap review, or however you want to put it. But hopefully we won't have any more delays for the rest of the season. And remember, for the comment section, for the end of the season, we are still giving away the Season 1 Blu-ray or DVD of whoever's choice. You just got to be a subscriber. I got to be able to see it. So if you're not public and you leave a comment, and I have to be able to look you up as a subscriber to be part of the contest. You can reach me on Twitter at Yesh8, YESSHH8. Otherwise, if you did like this review, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please become a subscriber. Otherwise, share this video, hit the bell for all notifications, yada, yada, yada. This is Robert Smirking on Review saying have a great night, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.